We are assembling the candy dome sports balls. So I have a baseball, a basketball, a football, and a soccer ball. Here's a finished football. So if you turn it over, you can just open it up. I did a lot of research, and I found these mini cupcake holders. And then you don't have to worry about making a tab to pull or having a dial to turn to fill up or get your candy out. I'll put a link to the domes that I found that I'm using. These are silver. I got 50 for $10. I got free shipping. I got them on Amazon. They came in 4 days, I think. I had also ordered these. They were clear because I thought, oh, clear, that'll be nice. But these are a lot thinner than these other ones, and they don't fit as tight. You can see I can almost just shake it off. It worked a little bit. It was a little bit snugger when I had the card base around one of the test ones I did, but it's just really loose. And I think it's because it's clear that the material is just thinner, because the base on these is a lot thicker than the base on this. So I would stick with the colors. Now, when I ordered these silver ones, I thought they were going to be a different size because it said 2-inch and these said 2.76. They're the exact same size. Okay, so I think it might be an industry standard for their size. So let's get to putting the cards together. So the way that I have designed these, you have 2 pieces for the top, and then you have your piece that will glue to the bottom to start with. I had to go back and redesign. I had these made like this, and the dome was off center. I was trying to show as much of the detail, but it was hard to line up the pieces for one. And with these pieces here, this top layer is not completely flat because of this little edge that's around this. So I could have gone all the way to this, but that doesn't give it very much to hang on to. So it's sitting up on this top lip here. So that's about 1/4 inch. And so it doesn't lay flat. But in designing these, it's okay because I just started a new glue bottle and I got my lid screwed on crooked. Now it may not go on straight. There we go. But it shouldn't matter because it's not shouldn't. It doesn't matter. And I'll show you how you put these together so that that doesn't. So this is the accent piece. Each one of these sports balls has the accent piece. And this is the top. I glued that upside down. My texture is facing down instead of facing up. So then what you do is you take a base and you put it through the hole, and then we're going to glue this. And really, you just want to start on one side and you want to glue around the edges first, get that secured down, and then you can kind of push into the center. You can kind of see here where it's up, but if we get the edges all the way down, it doesn't affect the card. So I'm just gonna got cat hair in there. The worst thing about these videos is you guys get to see just how messy I can be when I craft. Okay, so you want to make sure you get that put in. And I just put my finger in the glue. Darn. Get that off my hands. There we go. And just work it around the edges first. And then work your way towards the center, pushing it down. So you just kind of have to get both your hands in there and just push that down. So you do want to put your accent piece on first because you don't want to be messing with these thinner edges with trying to get it to secure into place. And then again, you can just kind of work your way around, form the paper around the bottom of your base here. Okay. And now I'm trying to pull these apart, and I have already glued this together. So these two pieces, your yellow is a little bit smaller. The one that's colored yellow in your file is a little bit smaller, so you want that one on top. And then you're just going to line this ball up right to the bottom edge. You just want to really make sure you just get a good seal all the way around. And I've already got my cup ready. And there it is. There's the soccer ball. Now we've got a baseball. This one is the only one with an extra piece in the base, and that was because of the way I wanted to line my stars up and because I wanted red, white, and blue because it's baseball. So it has 3. Everything else has 2 layers for the bottom, but this particular one does have 3. And when you glue these together, you just want to imagine the circle going around. You don't want to put glue up there on your star because that's not gluing down to anything. The reason I'm holding these together is so that I can line these up the way that I want them to be. And now this one. So again, you just kind of want to take it around. I think it would be best if you take your time and let this dry under something heavy so that it's not warped. we're going to put together our baseball. And again, you're going to glue your top layer. That gives you the accent. I'm going to turn this over while I just rub this to make sure that it's all attached down. Okay. And again, we're going to put one of our bottoms right up through the center. You need enough glue so that it stays wet while you're working with it. And again, work from the outside into the center. And it does just take a little bit of finagling. You just got to try to train your paper around your cup, your base of your container here. But if you just take your time, rub your hand right up against it here. It's training the paper around the bottom of this. You can see this is starting to curl a little bit. Maybe if I turn that over. Again, I would highly suggest laying your layers here, under something while they dry so that it dries flat. And there I got a nice seal all the way around. And just take a look and see. So again, I got these domes on Amazon, and they're mini cupcake dome containers. They also have square ones, so I may toy with designs for the little square ones that they have. I think this one should be okay. And there is the baseball. So now we've got the football here. And again, you just want to imagine the football up here at the top. You don't want to put the glue all the way out to the tips of your flames. These are off-centered. I like to use my table to help me line things up. And I would make sure, especially because of this not fitting flat when it's got the base in there, that you've got all those little sections glued down on that lacing, because it might pop up on you. Must have had glue on my table. Okay. These would be really fun for a Super Bowl party, I think. This one, because of its shape, may be the hardest to get to go into place. But it's not giving me too much trouble. And again, we're just rubbing it to kind of stretch the paper a little, get it to go around the base. Make sure it's getting secured into place. And be careful rubbing on your lace. You don't want to make that come up. Uh-oh. It popped up here. Hang on. So this one is the most difficult to get it to stay closed. So I'm just going to rub this some more. Probably how I got glue on that other thing. Let me just hold this here for a second. Let that glue attach. Rag over here, wipe my hand on. Okay. There's our football. And now we have the basketball. They all go together the same way. Let's set that there. And again, These all do have the dome right in the center, so it does make it easier for putting this accent piece on. I'm going to have glue ooze out right here and right here. Maybe right there too. That's going to be glued together. Now I'll point out with this one, you'll notice there's a smaller circle in your file, and that is for you to glue on the inside of the base. In case you wind up ordering like black dome containers, then you can make it the same color as your card. So even these pieces with the accent piece, you can see how this one's warping. You'll want to take your time. Glue these pieces and your base pieces together and dry them flat under something so that your candy holder is not warped. And so if you just wanted to glue that down inside, you have to give that time to dry because it's on plastic, but it'll dry and stay. So there they are. There are the sports ball dome candy holders. Thank you for joining me.